Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Farming Simulator 17 mod spotlight. I'm going to apologize straight off if I do sound a bit croaky. I'm just coming out just after suffering from a cold for the last week or so, which is why there's been no streams and why videos have been kind of everywhere. I have not been well at all, and I will be editing this video a bit just to cover up me needing to take a drink or needing to cough. So just deal with that. Today we are going to be looking at some T7s. We've got the T7 Heavy Duty pack here. These are the taller ones. These are by Homi. You get... oh dear. That shouldn't be happening. Is that happening to all of them? Oh. Okay, so that's immediately something I'll talk about in a second. So you get standard paint, blue power, allegedly, and the black edition. And we also have over here the short wheelbase version, which is the Tier 4A pack. It's all short wheelbase. So significantly smaller than heavy duty, but they are in real life. And this is by Madabub, who you might remember made the T6 Tier 4A pack that I enjoyed so much. And you get this in standard, the beautiful shiny blue power again. Fiat power and black power, so you get kind of 4 options of what colour you want your new Holland to be. Now I'm going to start over with the heavy duties by Homi because I noticed something immediately. I'm just going to kind of pull it out here to show this off and to highlight it. And that is on the hood there. If you look, he's somehow managed to make it so all the decals are showing up at once by mistake. And that's not localized to the standard paint job. That happens on the blue power as well. And if I come over here, it does also happen on the... does also happen on the black power. So that's an XML issue immediately. Also the blue power is just kind of New Holland but darker blue. When it should look something a bit more like this if it was done 100% correctly. Now, I'm not going to look at all three, the T7s here. Now this does have, I believe, if I bring up the phone help menu here, yes, it does have cab suspension, and it does actually have IC as well. So let's turn on the IC. You can open this. You can take off the fenders if you want. You can open that door, take off the fenders, move the wheel up and down, turn on and off a day running light for whatever reason. Can you do anything over this side? No. And presumably you can open the rear window there as well. So pretty basic IC. Kind of, I guess you'd almost come to expect it. I don't know why you'd ever want to take the front fenders off. I'm pretty sure they're kind of seen as essential. The hand throttle does work, which is nice. And I mean, it's basically the in-game New Holland, just with IC and some cab suspension. Now there are probably another couple of tweaks that have been made that I can't see. And actually is the decal issues on both sides. I don't know how on earth... honestly, the mod author themselves and Giants Testers, which, hey, Giants Testers are being really picky with certain mods and certain maps, but then they miss something like this, and they miss something like the Valley of the Old Farm. I don't get the inconsistency of Giants testing. I know this, I think this one is in beta, but I mean, come on modders, please, at least just bring your mods in game and make sure that they look right. Even if you don't ever drive them, just make sure that you don't have something silly like this, because it looks bad. You know, for you as a modder, it looks bad for you. Other than that, there's no real other issues. I think this is basically just the in-game model with a couple of tweaks done to it. One thing I do like is the blue and black powers do both have the chrome grills. Although I did already say the blue power could have done with the fancy paintwork that Madabub does over here. So let's go over you know, I want to use the blue power for this. Let's test out the T7 Tier4A pack. You might notice immediately the wheels look a bit off. These are not the wheels that this is supposed to have. These are the default wheels, which, if I were to put the correct wheels on, it is... wheel setup would be... I think it's the, yeah, R30 and R42s. Which, if I get a tractor with that, you can see that it fills up a lot more of the wheel well compared to the default tires, but the default ones are the Giants tires. And you might notice these don't have beacons by default. They are optional extras, effectively. Something else I've just noticed is that the grill, or the grill or the mesh over the exhaust is actually chrome in the I'm just gonna say the power tractors. You know, the blue power, Fiat power, and black power, whereas it's black in the standard version. That's really nice. There's also a rather precariously balanced toolbox, which I'm almost wondering if this has if it has a function now, or if it's just kind of there for the sake of being. It's just there for the sake of being there. This does also have IC. You can open the door, open the. Where's the IC point? There is an IC point for the rear window. I know there is. There it is. And you can also open the sunroof, which the Heavy Duty doesn't have. Now you can't move the steering wheel with IC, but I always kind of see the steering wheel thing as a bit gimmicky. Like, I get that you do it in real life, but it's not something that I really care about too much in Farm Sim. Sounds are more or less the same as the in-game tractor. You know, it's very similar to a T6 in terms of construction. I know that there are some key differences between a T6 and a T7 in terms of the body shell, but the T7 short wheelbase isn't too far removed from a T6. The reason I'm doing both of these side by side, by the way, is very simple. I want to have a T7 off, and I'm gonna be honest, I already have my winner chosen when I just looked at the descriptions of these last week, and just kind of compared and contrasted the descriptions. But let's kind of go for it. In terms of model quality, I think they're kind of even. Because, I mean, they're both basically the same. You know, they're both variations on Giants models, for the most part. The T7 Heavy Duty has less work done to it, because it is just basically Giants model with IC added. The Tier4A is kind of, it's if not entirely a new model, then bits of Giants model with new bits added and retextured and stuff like that. In terms of texture quality, I'm gonna have to say the Tier4A pack wins again. Mainly because the blue power actually looks like a blue power. It looks like it's got metallic paint, and as well the grill meshes, the grill around the exhaust. The fact that that changes color is really nice. And my voice is going. I'm just going to have another drink of water real quick. In fact, I just needed to cough. The fact that the meshes are chromed as well, you know, that's nice. The fact that none of the decals are broken is also nice. And you know, that's something that does take away from the heavy duty pack. In terms of dirt quality, because I haven't done this yet with the let's get this fully dirty. In terms of dirt quality, do you know what? This actually makes sense to me. Like, the majority of the dirt is around where the wheels are and down by the wheel wells. And while there is a small bit going up onto the roof that doesn't make much sense to me, I can deal with it because the vast majority of where the dirt is kind of concentrated down near the ground where the dirt would be kicked up. So let's go over to the T7 Heavy Duty and have a look at this. And first thing I notice is this doesn't get anywhere near as dirty. Like, this is as dirty as it gets. I'm just gonna get this up to level 8 dirt as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you compare these, the Heavy Duty doesn't really get dirty at all. So again, I'm gonna give the win on this front to the Tier 4A. It's very one-sided, isn't it? In terms of base horsepower, the Heavy Duty wins, because the smallest you can get in the Heavy Duty pack is the 290, whereas in the Tier 4A pack you can see I got the 170. They're all actually just the base power. So if I go into the shop here, the Heavy Duty, the smallest you can get is the 290 or 315. So I get the feeling the Tier 4A is actually going to have a better range. 170, 185, 200, 210. Yeah, the Tier 4A has a better range of engine setups, so technically a bigger range of tractors. And it is cheaper in-game as well. I mean, the Heavy Duty... Hang on. The in-game Heavy Duty is the 290 or the 3... He just took the setups from the in-game Heavy Duty. He's just tweaked the in-game Heavy Duty, hasn't he? Also, something that I've just noticed. The, I think... No, never mind. I thought that the shop picture for the Tier 4A pack was wrong. No, it's not. I'm trying to find something that the Heavy Duty pack is better at. And in terms of pretty much every range I can think of, I guess high power it's better at. If you want a 250 horsepower plus tractor, then you kind of... Well, that's a T7, you're kind of in between the in-game stuff and the Heavy Duty pack that is on ModHub. And that's where the Heavy Duty pack wins out, because it matches the in-game T7, and it's got cab suspension, and it's got IC. Where it kind of falls short is, compared to this pack, pretty much everywhere else. If you want a good T7 and you're kind of more into the British or Irish style of farming, for sure. If you just want a smaller T7, you can get in-game by default. Tier 4A pack. Madabub wins again with the magnificent mod creation of New Holland tractors, the New Holland range. I'm gonna make a request. I'd like to see a T5 pack from Madabub to kind of match up with the T6 and T7 packs, and maybe even a T4. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe a T8. Maybe even, if he's feeling very sassy, Heavy Duty pack, T7 Heavy Duty pack. Because if you want to directly compare these two blue powers, they're not even using the same base shade of blue. And the one that I'm in right now, the Tier 4A blue power, just it looks like a blue power. The Heavy Duty pack blue power just looks like a dark New Holland. It's a New Holland on a cloudy day with some chrome. In any case, I'm going to leave it here. If you want a good New Holland T7, get the Tier 4A pack. Seriously, it's just... Madabub, you are a New Holland modding god. I'll leave it here, guys. I'll leave you by saying, I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching your Farming Simulator 17 Mod Spotlight. Until next time, stay safe, and goodbye.